And welcome back to another episode of If We Speak, We're in Trouble. I've got my co-host right here with me. I'm going to start with the guy on my left.
What's up? What's up?
How are you doing, Mr. GBLX?
I'm doing absolutely amazing, especially after how the first half of the season just went.
Okay, we will definitely dive into some of those details, some very interesting developments. And on my right, I have Mr. Afif Kamari. How are you doing, sir?
Hello there. I'm good.
Very good to have both of you guys back on the pod. We are super excited to start the new year with good vibes and lots of transfer rumours. Before we get into the meat of this episode, we are going to do a quick EPL check-in. We made some predictions last year in 2024, and we are going it's like last year, so that's crazy. It's like 2025 now, so we are going to just have a little temperature check on how accurately or how terribly those takes have aged. We're going to go from the top of the table and work our way downwards. So Liverpool 6 points clear, 1 game in hand. Mr. Shibi, how do you feel about that? And like, did you expect Liverpool to actually take this entire season by like the scruff of his neck?
So I did predict Liverpool to be first. I'm just putting it out there.
I did. We actually have
we have footage.
We do. The receipts. We have the receipts.
I didn't expect them to run away with it. I thought it would be closer, especially against some of those a bit further away from the top of the table. First is Liverpool. Second is actually Nottingham Forest.
No, second is Afif's favorite club, so it's Arsenal.
Then Nottingham Forest.
Then it's Nottingham Forest. So very very interesting top four. And who's in fourth?
Got to be Chelsea.
Not too bad.
And I think we all predicted Chelsea to be in and around fourth, right?
So
I think we are pretty good lah.
I said Forest was going to be fourth, and they are punching way above. I don't think anybody would have imagined Forest to be still here.
Yeah,
still
halfway
top
through
four.
the season.
Very commanding position because they've just very quietly gone about all of their work. Morgan Gibbs-White, I think, leading the club really in a very exemplary way. Ola Aina, really, right?
Ola Aina, former Chelsea legend.
I think by the end of this season, there will be players that are picked off by bigger clubs and players that have ambitions that want to grow their career. I think definitely will go. Chris Wood, I mentioned him in the last episode. He is still banging in goals. He is still there. He's making himself, he's making a name for himself. Like he's like there.
Finally,
finally, right? He's not having a second win. This is the first win. Right? This is the win. So that's a bit about Forest. But I'm gonna let Afif speak about Arsenal a little bit. I think very shaky start to the season. We've had issues with this discipline where like we end games with like less than 11 men on the pitch. Martin Odegaard has been out for a while, but at the time of this recording, Arsenal are second. We are looking upwards towards Liverpool. How do you feel about Arsenal now, and what do you think of their chances to catch Liverpool?
Okay, honestly, a few weeks ago, right, I feel like people were going to melt down about how bad Arsenal were in their position and like their results.
Overreaction.
Yeah, an overreaction to say the least.
Okay.
But honestly speaking, like this year, especially 2024, like we actually had the most points collected in the whole year.
Yep. If you look at the 2024 table, the calendar year.
And then when I looked at the fixture run, right, and like the opponents we faced also, considering the quality of the opponents that we faced in the first half of the season, I don't think we're doing too badly. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. And although we are 6 points and a game behind Liverpool, but there's always a chance in the second half.
You still think there's a title race?
There is, bro. You watch and see. Bro.
Watch and see.
I think that I think Afif's absolutely right, because like it's very easy to overreact at the start of the season.
True.
Once you reach the halfway point, you get a better sensing of like where teams are, right? So Liverpool in first is no fluke. Like let's be very honest.
Not.
Like the assessment of like Arne Slot and how he has set his Liverpool team up, how he's gotten Mo Salah to be performing back to the highest levels, how he's converted Ryan Gravenberch into like this two-way midfielder, right? In the absence of
fantastic box-to-box player.
Fantastic box-to-box player. Great, this is all like we have to give credit where it's due. Arsenal have started off shakily and they've climbed their way back up. I think Chelsea had like a really good patch.
They had a purple patch like maybe 5 games ago.
A bit of a purple patch, and then after that a few poor results to
Yeah.
just kind of drop down to fourth, which is like not bad at
As
all.
in, that's still, you ask any Chelsea fan at the start of the season, if they are fourth halfway, they'll be
They
damn
take
happy.
it.
Yeah,
They take
They'll
it, right?
take it 100%.
So I think
Considering the past few seasons.
Yeah.
correct. So I
Yeah.
think Chelsea moving in the right direction under Enzo Maresca and definitely should look to cement top four, like back into Champions League football. That's
That'd
an
be fantastic,
absolute win, and then they can kick on from there.
yeah.
I want to speak about one last club.
What about your predictions?
Good God! I was gonna. Okay. So, for those of you who don't remember, I predicted Manchester City. I said that Man City, with the quality of talent that they have, they are going to repeat the inevitable, right? So, what has happened to Man City and why has it happened? So, my answer to that is that there's a lot of factors, right? I think that Rodri suffering a season-ending injury has only kind of amplified the other
issues, right?
all the other issues, because I think a player as good as him is able to like cover up.
He's like the plaster on all
He is
the
the
cracks.
he wasn't just a plaster. I think he was like a
He was the
cement
system, bro.
he was a cement plaster. So like he managed to cover all of these different weaknesses that were slowly growing.
Yeah.
Right? But once you took him out of the team, you try and put maybe a Kovacic in that defensive role. You
Or
try and put
Gundogan.
an aging Gundogan, who is not the same player he was when he left City 2 years ago, right? The system doesn't work as effectively as it did before.
Yeah.
Now, the number of times that Man City are being hit in transition and being exposed defensively without that shield in front of them is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
We have never seen this before from a Pep Guardiola City side.
Yeah.
Right? On top of that, we have to speak about Kyle Walker. He
Horrendous.
is
That was tough.
when I speak about Kyle Walker, right, this season, like I always think about Jamie Carragher's quote, which is leave the football before the football leaves you. It is so sad to see Timo Werner blitzing past Kyle Walker. I've never said those words in my life before.
Hey, Timo Werner is fast though.
Timo Werner-
Timo
fast.
Werner is fast, but nobody rates Timo Werner. Not even Ange Postecoglou rates Timo Werner. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this season is not City season, and I think there is no chance. Like top four for them.
Title, no chance, but top four?
Top four is very doable, as in like if City kind of come back into their mojo and they start winning games again, because they went on a ridiculous run of losses. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
just not
true.
win, it's losses.
crazy,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody was beating them, and then these men gave like Man City to Arsenal in like game week 5 when we didn't have like Odegaard or something,
Yeah,
you know,
what?
like, and then now everybody's feasting, you know. So, but that's besides the point.
Stay humble, right?
Yeah.
Stay humble,
Oh wow, dude! Like
Stay humble,
it
right?
brings me so much joy to see Haaland suffering. Like that's a personal agenda, like you know. But yeah, so that is the EPL check-in. Hopefully we'll be doing another one of these at the end of the season to see whether Mr. Shibilex finally will get.
I think this is my year.
absolute. No, honestly, it might be.
It might be.
So far, my
very well
analysis
be.
not too bad.
I'm gonna.
Bad washed, slot in.
Actually,
You're right,
actually,
you're right.
no, that's bang on. That's bang on.
You gotta
And
give it to him,
that's
lah.
yeah, we gotta give it to you, bro.
On the rare occasion, he gets something right, lah.
Yeah. So I think to sum up this introduction, right? I think this is Liverpool's title to lose. 6 points ahead, possibly 9 after they win their game in hand. That's a big lead to take into the new year. So yeah, we're gonna continue keeping tabs on this and yeah, stay with us, and yeah, hopefully we get more twists and turns to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
So
Sounds like a good first half.
sounds like a
Ready
good
for
first
more.
half.
Fantastic.
But the second half is always better. So that goes with our podcast as well. We are gonna go for a short break. After this, we're gonna go into some juicy transfer rumors. Some teams need
Favorite time of the year.
these teams that we're gonna talk about. They need some help. They need some saving, and they need some January transfers to sort out their issues.
Yep.
So we'll be back in just a bit. And we are back. So we are going to start off our transfer rumors segment by talking about a club that I think many people or many of its fans are very, very sad to see the state of. Manchester United. I think if we talk about Man City, so the other half of Manchester is doing very poorly. Manchester United arguably are doing worse.
Manchester is really not the place to be.
To summarize
London supremacy.
London.
to summarize the situation, right? They are languishing in 14th. They have fired their coach midway through the season, and Ruben Amorim, correct me if I'm wrong, is having one of the worst starts of any Manchester United manager. Like the run
I
that
think
he's.
so.
You are literally just speaking facts.
So okay, I'm gonna hand this over to Shibi. I'm just gonna let you get some of your thoughts in, like what's going on, United? What's going on?
So before we even begin, right, got a question to ask. Is Man United in a relegation battle? Like, let's be real here.
Okay, I don't think they're that bad.
No, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
It's a stretch, right?
That's a
So we
stretch,
think
they won't
just
be in the championship.
they will probably finish around 10th, 11th, right? They will go
Around
on a
there,
run of
yeah,
wins and things like that,
definitely.
right? But I don't know. I mean, I think Ruben Amorim coming in, and he's such a system guy with Sporting and everything, and he has such a clear vision. So he basically just tried to change everything with United. But United is in such a bad state that I think like they don't even have that new manager bounce.
Yeah, they didn't actually.
Ruud Van Nistelrooy stole all the new manager bounce.
Yeah, he was manager for like 2 games. Had that
I think he
bounce.
had the most wins amongst all the United. Could be.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so like United just look like shambolic. Like we are hoping, like people hope for Amorim in, we're gonna see United playing a certain way,
Yeah.
actually showing some signs of progress. But then I don't know, we just seem to be saying like same old.
To be honest, I think he's trying to implement his style of play,
Can
right?
see
But
some
but
still.
he just doesn't have the necessary personnel to fit that system that he plays at Sporting.
Yeah.
Especially the wing backs are like Dalot is struggling with the wing back role, right?
I think he's played a few wingers at wing back as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But I mean, Ahmad Diallo is doing well.
Yeah.
He's
That's
one of the
true,
few
that's true,
players
that's
that
true.
are actually benefiting from this new manager and new system as well.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't think he has the right players to play the style of play that he wants.
because he has Ten Hag's players.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he has
There's a lot of
players
Ten Hag's
that Ten Hag wanted and that probably suit Ten Hag's system better.
Yeah.
Although with that being said, we never really saw a coherent system
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag-
And he's,
Yeah.
right? No matter
Yeah.
what he claimed to say. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not sure if the transfer window will
Same.
help in this situation
Yeah.
because, in a sense, I mean, look at when Arteta first came in, right? He didn't have the players that he needed for his style of play that he wanted.
Yeah.
He had to play a whole different system at
Yeah.
the start, like with the 3 at the back and stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
That's
in
true.
a sense, maybe right now, Ruben Amorim is being a bit like naive in
Yeah.
his like tactical inflexibility.
Yeah.
Like he only has one style of play and like he really just tries to implement it no matter what kind of players he has. And maybe that's why they are not doing as well now. lah. But we'll see in the next few transfer windows,
Yeah.
maybe there'll be an improvement. lah.
But do you think like, okay, so basically maybe he just come in and it's like, you know what, screw it. Screw the season. We're just gonna try and implement my system. Hopefully it pans out in the future because we are training from now. But do you think that they are in danger enough that doing it now might not even buy him enough time to see it in the future?
Yeah, because I mean football is all about results, right?
All about results, man.
Especially
and
a club like
14th,
United.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the board at United has enough patience to stick with like whatever he is trying to implement, or
Yeah.
they have enough like trust in what he's trying to build also.
But United now all about saving money. Maybe they don't have enough money to sack Amorim in the future.
They don't even
anyway.
have enough money to fix a stadium, bro.
Yeah,
they don't even want to give Christmas gifts to their staff anymore.
Is that like a legit?
Yeah, that's a legit thing. Then Bruno Fernandes wanted to
pay
like,
for
pay
everyone.
for it using out of his own pocket, but then they vetoed it.
Why? I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, man. Insane stuff from the new board.
Yeah, so I think the state of the club right now is shambolic to say the least.
I think it's just very negative all around, from the pitch to the back room and everything.
and to the fans
Yeah.
and
The
to the
bottom.
state of the stadium, and given everything that's happening, right, it does not help that one of your senior players has publicly come out to very obviously suggest that he wants to move out.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Marcus Rashford, who's come out and said that like he thinks that for himself personally, I think I'm ready for my next challenge and the next steps. So it looks like he has 1 foot out the door already.
Yeah.
Right. And I think like right now the transfer rumors are all saying that like there's a very, very real possibility Rashford goes either in January or in the summer.
Yeah.
So of the clubs that could possibly land Marcus Rashford, or where Marcus Rashford could land, right? One of them is actually Arsenal. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna transfer this question over to Fifth. Do you take Marcus Rashford at Arsenal? Because we need a striker.
We need a striker and a left winger, but honestly, right, I'm kind of done with like taking
Other
clubs.
people's rejects,
yeah,
right?
rejects.
Yeah.
Dude,
honestly.
we have such a terrible history of taking other people's garbage.
like
For example, we
Every
took
season.
Petr Cech from Chelsea. We've taken Jorginho from Chelsea. He's
not
been
bad,
okay.
yeah.
We've taken Kai Havertz from Chelsea. That's
That's
okay.
not too bad. Willian,
We took Willian. Thank you.
Willian.
David Luiz.
We took
David
David Luiz.
Luiz.
Thank you.
Oh, Chelsea. Brazilian Chelsea.
I just know that the viewers have noticed a trend. I keep saying thank you. It's all coming from Chelsea.
Yeah.
We've had oh my god, Raheem Sterling.
Is he still in Arsenal? I
he's still
don't
in
know. No one
Arsenal.
remembers.
I just know
He's
you
injured,
guys
he's injured
forgot.
right now.
I just know you guys forgot that Raheem Sterling's at Arsenal now.
I forgot.
In fairness, the games that I've seen Raheem Sterling play, I think he was decent.
Yeah, he wasn't that bad.
He's not like sparkling, because I know that he came to Arsenal and he put out a video like the best is yet to, like, I don't want to say the best.
Raheem Sterling from
Raheem
Dover.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to quote the school like thing, but like, yeah, I feel like he put out like a message, something like that. Then like he went on to drop like 4 appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists, like some nonsense.
No,
Like
but
that.
honestly, he's been quite unlucky though.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yes. So I
Just
think
like
it's
in
like,
Chelsea lah, he was quite unlucky in
right, yeah.
Chelsea.
So like, how long can you get away with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
excuse, right? So you.
So, like, okay, maybe a couple of seasons ago, I would have been a bit more on board with the idea of Rashford coming to Arsenal.
I agree.
When he was a bit better still. But
So
now he's 27.
that couple of seasons ago, right, I realized right, it's actually like I think 5 seasons ago. Like Rashford,
Yeah, you're right about
he's
it.
like we talk about players as one season wonder like Vardy and Salah, like ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rashford could actually be a one season guy. Like other than that one season where he scored 30 goals.
No, he's had a lot of like inconsistent
Yeah,
seasons.
inconsistent.
It's like good season, bad season, bad season, good season, bad season.
or like
bad
purple
season.
patch within a bad season that make him seem like a good player.
Yeah,
Like he's really a purple patch player.
Yeah, right. Last season he had a purple patch.
He had,
right?
he had a purple
Yeah,
patch.
I think we probably as a footballing community need to be a bit more critical on of Marcus Rashford and like the potential that he had breaking through and
Yeah.
what he's lived up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's call it what it is, and he very arguably might just be a purple patch player.
Yeah, because like exactly. It's like I think because we saw him like break through, right? I think we just judge Marcus Rashford as the player he should be,
Yeah.
not the player that he is.
Honestly,
yeah.
he should just go to PSG at this point.
Mm,
Before they
okay.
realize what a bad player.
Yeah,
he is.
yeah.
Right. So maybe 2 years ago PSG would have probably thrown like 50 mil to get Rashford in, right? But right now PSG are also in like a different phase. Like they've kind of
Yeah.
shipped out the Neymars and the Mbappes
Yeah.
and the
Yeah,
Messi. It's a
right.
new era. They've got new fresh blood. They're doing like they've got like Barcola.
They're actually rebuilding lah, right?
They are
and they've got
rebuilding
Kolo
lah.
Muani,
Yeah,
and they've
yeah.
got like
They want a kind of a French,
like a very
like
French core.
a youthful core, a youthful French core.
youthful core, yeah.
So they might not take Marcus Rashford. Another club that could possibly land Marcus Rashford is actually Chelsea.
Yeah.
And so how do you feel about that?
I think after the summer we had enough about the attacking players.
Enough.
Enough. And honestly,
it's not
but
attacking.
honestly-
It's not attacking players that you guys.
Yeah,
need,
we don't need attacking players. Sancho is doing alright. I think
How is the first attacking player you
no,
mentioned?
because we are
Oh,
looking
talking
at
about transfer,
cause
the people that
transfer
came in.
and like similar vibe lah. you
Okay,
know.
so who are the transfers, the attacking transfers that you guys made over the summer?
so
Neto,
Neto's doing alright, like pretty decent.
Sancho is doing okay.
Sancho is doing okay for what he is, and he's not complaining. So he's I think he's okay with the role that he's having now, and because we play so many games, I think he's really not too bad to have right now as depth.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's really not the issue. Honestly, I think the only player that we should ship off in the attack is probably like Nkunku, because he's like
No.
I think every time we play him, he's been
Yeah.
No,
not
Okay.
say bad, but he's like antithetical to the system that we are playing.
I have a better shout.
Who?
Mikhailo Mudryk.
Mikhail Mudryk is banned anyway. Like
Yeah.
he's doping banned, so it's fine.
Oh, right. Okay.
doping man.
Just
Wait. So how long is he out for?
I think they are still investigating if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Yeah, Mikhail Mudryk. Honestly, no one even thinks of him anymore. Even before the
He's a
ban.
number 10 at Chelsea, right?
In my mind, right, like we just like rewind 12 months ago, right? Mikhailo Mudryk was the talk of everyone
Yeah.
in January. Like
Yeah,
Arsenal were
yeah,
after
yeah.
him, and you know. So that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so Marcus Rashford to Arsenal is a no. Marcus Rashford to Chelsea is a no.
No.
Marcus Rashford to PSG is probably unlikely. So yeah, Habibi, how's your Arabic?
Honestly, that's probably a good shout.
That's probably about it.
Yeah, that's probably about it. But okay, honestly, Marcus Rashford, if he doesn't mind taking a pay cut, going to a mid-table club and rebuilding, probably better for him.
I'm gonna do a shout. Newcastle.
Newcastle. Honestly, you think he's good enough for Newcastle now?
What, you think he will replace Anthony Gordon in the starting lineup?
Like right now, yeah.
He might replace like Jacob Murphy maybe.
No, probably Jacob Murphy.
No, Jacob Murphy
He's been surviving,
in a
though.
decent
No, the thing is,
run of
Marcus
form.
Rashford wants to play just as a pure attacker. So I don't think he will fit in like system teams also.
Yeah.
He does what he wants.
Where does that leave him?
He doesn't seem motivated
Everton.
to like, track back and
Exactly.
stuff.
United fans are always on his
On his
him,
case lah.
Yeah, on his case for like
Understandably
looking like he
so.
doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Enough with the Marcus Rashford slander.
No. As in, like, it's like realistically, like, right. This is kind of the facts of it. So, Marcus Rashford, honestly, we have no idea where you're gonna go, mate. So it's interesting to see.
But all the best,
Yeah, all the bro. All
all the best in Saudi.
That's as good as we can. All the best, all the best, bro. Yeah. Okay. So, enough of Marcus Rashford. So another England international, right, that we want to talk about, who arguably has his career moving in the opposite direction, a good direction, is Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
Under Slot, I think definitely performing a slightly different role, not so reliant on him being like the creator, right, as he was before in the club
The
team.
club era.
He's out of contract at the end of the summer, and he could possibly be on the move. So the rumors are that he might be attracting attention from Real Madrid, who are looking to replace their 40,000-year-old defender Danny Carvajal at right back. So yeah, Fifth, what do you think about that, and what do you think he should do?
Honestly, at this point, I think he should go to Real Madrid.
Wow, serious.
I mean, he's won everything at Liverpool.
That's
right?
true.
The only thing that he is yet to achieve at Liverpool is to like cement a legendary status lah, like a one team wonder. One team.
Yeah.
One team legend,
club man,
yeah, one club man,
one club man,
yeah,
one club man.
like a Francesco Totti,
Yeah.
or like Steven Gerrard.
Jamie Carragher.
Jim-
Carragher.
No, Carragher is a legend at
Yeah,
Liverpool.
as a legend at
everybody.
Liverpool.
yeah, but
Everton fan.
but
CDS.
honestly,
Golazo.
there's no reason for him not to go to Madrid. Like, it's a completely different competition, and
That's
like
true.
it's gonna be a new challenge for him.
Mm.
There's a chance for him to achieve even bigger stardom. His best friend is there, Jude Bellingham. He definitely has a big role to play in Madrid's team right now, like, considering the right back options that they have.
Yeah.
Correct.
Carvalho is injured, Lucas Vazquez is there, but like,
He's not a right back. Man.
I
He's
mean,
not a right back lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't see a reason why he shouldn't go to Madrid
Mm.
at this point in time, like, especially considering he's won everything at Liverpool.
Yeah, he's 27, the peak of his career. And like this season, he changed the narrative of his game instead of just like everyone's harping on his defense. And they actually, people are starting to realize, okay, actually, right, we should just play to his strengths,
Yeah.
right? But the only thing is, okay, I think he definitely should go to Madrid, but I don't know if he will be very good at Madrid.
Why?
Because Dani Carvajal is such a different player from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I don't know if Real Madrid will be the kind of team that can accommodate a Trent Alexander-Arnold in the squad in terms of
You know what? Okay, so I'm gonna propose like a hypothetical Trent in a Madrid system, right?
yeah.
They've got the likes of Rudiger, Alaba, and Militao. Play 3, right? Or you play a 4, but when you're in possession, you have 3 at the back.
Yeah.
Then you can have Trent moving into midfield to
Yeah.
just like spray passes.
Yeah, spray
And then
passes,
you can have somebody like Chouameni or Kamavinga as like the defensive shield in front
Okay,
of the
so
back.
the Chouamani Cavani would probably be very good for a trend lah. I just don't know if Real Madrid will be a kind of team that kind of lets the right back be the guy.
Okay, honestly, right, I think they have yet to replace the Toni Kroos.
So Trent can be
In that system,
That's
right,
true,
Toni
that's
Kroos has
true,
always
that's true,
been
that's
the quarterback. Like, he's
Right,
always
he
been dropping back
dictates
into
the game
defense
and
and,
everything,
just
right.
spraying
Quarterback.
passes.
Yeah.
So right now, I think
What's the
Trent would
Italian
probably
word for
take
it?
over. Regista. Immediate.
I'm not even gonna let this stop.
So I think Trent will definitely replace Kroos's role in that Madrid team,
Actually,
lah,
that
in
makes
terms
sense,
of being that quarterback for them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so from a Madrid perspective, right, I don't think they should look to get a like for like replacement for Toni
Carvajal?
Kroos. So no Kroos.
Oh, yeah, Kroos.
Yeah, because like
No one's gonna replace Toni Kroos, not now lah anyway, right? Like,
correct. And I don't think that has ever been Madrid's model. They just kind of get the best players and get the system and a coach that works for the players at their disposal. Because they arguably have like the top 10 talents, like the top
they
10.
always have the
Right,
top talent.
they just have the top 10 talents, right? So you just play the best players and eventually you just get a good result out of them. Right now, the person that has inherited Toni Kroos's number is Valverde. I think he is an absolutely top-notch player for what he's able to bring to the team. He scores goals, he works really hard, and he never stops running.
Yeah.
Like that's fantastic
But
work.
that's like the opposite of Toni Kroos, right? But it still kind of works.
yeah.
They do have a sort of small drop in quality this season. I think teething issues lah. But you're right. I think you're right. It's like getting the best players and then working the system around. Like even Mbappe is slowly easing into
He
that.
had teething problems. Yeah. So what I will say, right, Trent at this juncture of his career, right, he's won all of the things that he probably would hope to with Liverpool. Especially, I think if he wins the Premier League this season
Yeah.
again, right,
Great way.
like it's like it's a turning point in his career. Like he either commits to another 4 years, cements himself as a Liverpool legend, or he spends the prime of his career in a Galacticos 2.0 team that has Mbappe, Vini Jr.,
Bellingham.
Valverde, Bellingham, like that's exciting. Like as an English player, I think that's massively exciting. And because Bellingham has had so much success, right, there is no reason why Trent wouldn't go there and be received positively
That's true.
for
That's
a
true.
player of his quality. I think Madridistas are gonna lap him up over there.
He's got that Galactico.
He
He got that aura. He does have that aura.
He does, you know what I mean? So, interesting times for Liverpool. Imagine if they win the league, right? And then they go on to lose Salah, they go on to lose Trent, and is Van Dijk out of contract?
The following season, right?
Yeah.
Something like that,
I
right?
think so.
So,
New era as well.
yeah, so,
Joe Gomez.
sorry, who? But yeah, so that's just a little bit about Trent. So very exciting developments to come. Yeah, that will probably wrap it up for this mini transfer segment. We're going to go into the meat of the transfers right after this short break. Don't go anywhere. All right, let us not waste any more time. We're going to dive straight into the transfer rumors. We are doing a segment where we have one transfer. We propose a transfer to help/save a team that desperately needs it. Okay, so we're gonna cover a few clubs here. We're gonna start with Afif's favorite club because he wears an Arsenal jersey literally every other episode.
We have the receipts.
Yeah, we have
Hey,
receipts.
Not
And
true.
actually, you guys have receipts as well.
Not
So like
true.
you can refer. It's probably like half Arsenal jerseys, right?
Probably.
So, Arsenal have been criticised of late, especially when we weren't scoring goals and when we were being set piece merchants, that we don't have a proper striker. So, what do you think about the situation? And
So- So I mean, Arteta has emphasized before about how right now he prioritizes the whole team contributing to the goals, right, and not just relying on one person. But I feel like to take it to the next level, I think he's slowly probably realizing that like you need that marquee striker, you need that proper goal scorer. Like you can't just rely on
That one not your centre back, man.
from set pieces. Yeah, he's our star player.
yeah, he
Corners.
actually is.
Honestly. Yeah, so like going back to that Rashford, for example, he's not. I don't think he'll be enough for us to push us to like to win all the major titles and stuff like that.
That's true. Like he'll just be another one
Yeah,
of the guys.
yeah, just another one of the guys. But so like looking at the striker options that are in the market right now, right? There aren't that many that are really available.
Yeah.
Like you look at Isak, he's at Newcastle. I don't think they will be willing to sell to Arsenal midway through the season.
Yeah.
100 million maybe.
Yeah, but that's kind of excessive, lah.
I don't think Arsenal spent 100 million on
Yeah,
Isak.
especially when you also need to, we also need to buy other players in other positions, like in midfield, I think, and probably in defense. Again, winger. Yeah. So, the other options would be like Gyökeres from Sporting, which has been like touted for a couple of years already, like probably 2 years already. Who else was there? There was another striker, right? That was linked to us.
I don't know. I don't know about.
Isaac, Gyökeres. Okay, I can't remember, but I think we were linked to another midfielder in Molero. Kubo recently as well.
Kubo
So
from like
wingers.
Sociedad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Kubo would be another one of those like winger strikers that you're like.
I don't think he's really a striker.
It's like a winger that
It's more of a winger.
goals.
Like, more maybe to replace Saka in the short term.
So sad.
Yeah, so I think in the January transfer window, they'll probably be looking to strengthen in the attacking area, definitely, since Saka is out as well.
What about that? The Aston Villa striker.
Watkins.
Yeah, Oli Watkins.
I don't think Villa sell to a rival. Like I think
Yeah, I
if
don't
Villa
think so.
consider themselves like top 6, top 4 club, right? I don't think it makes financial sense. Like it doesn't make like a
But-
competitive sense.
Yeah.
If Oli Watkins wants to leave, would you all take Oli Watkins as a marquee striker?
I would take Oli Watkins. Yeah, prem proven. You won't?
John Duran.
I still think we need to go for bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah, for
Romelu
bigger name, lah,
Lukaku?
bigger name.
Stop.
Maybe like 5 seasons ago.
I mean, not for me. Not even 5 seasons ago. Like I've never been a big Lukaku fan. Okay, how about Dusan Vlahovic from Juventus?
Oh,
Yes,
that's the
one
name you
I
were
was
thinking.
thinking.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that was the name I
Yeah.
was
So
thinking
Dusan Vlahovic is 24. Right? He has a bit of a rocky start to Juventus, but I think this season he's come good. He's been scoring goals for them. He's a target man, right? So all of Arsenal's other players can play off of him. So imagine like maybe Martin Odegaard combining with him, maybe Saka as well, combinations on the right, and you have somebody that you can throw the ball into the box for,
Yeah.
and somebody that's an out and out striker, right?
I don't know. Would you say Havertz does the same thing?
Okay,
To
see,
a lesser extent, maybe.
right, like to a lesser extent, but like for Vlahovic, right, he's not too concerned about being involved in build-up play. He is very much, I want to score goals. I want to be in the penalty box. I want to be in and around to compete against the centre backs to score like headers and such.
Yep.
So like, it fits for our like
It
set
does,
piece
yeah.
routines.
It
It
does.
makes sense. He's a great player for that.
Yeah.
He's a foil for our creative players that are in and around him, whoever it may be.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a shout. I don't think Juventus sell in January, but I
Yeah.
think Arteta.
Summer,
I think
potential summer signing.
regardless of what
Yeah.
Arteta says in the pressure, I think he definitely has to recognize that he needs a striker. And like in the past 2 seasons, what was probably lacking was an out-and-out goal scorer.
Actually, I think he probably has known it from long time ago already. Because look at all our transfer targets over the years.
Yeah,
It's always been like marquee strikers, but I don't know
it's
why.
just not
maybe,
materialized.
Yeah, maybe the opportunity wasn't there to
Yeah.
get, or maybe the price wasn't right, that kind of thing. But I think Vlahovic is a good shout. He'll definitely add something different to our attacking play.
Okay.
Yeah, but another name that has been popping up recently has been Mateus Cunha.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, but I mean he's kind of similar to Gabriel Jesus in his style of play, right? A bit more
He's Brazilian
associative.
as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
But I mean, he's having a banger of season, so
He is,
I don't know. Maybe he'll come in and just.
But will he
rip
be
it up.
that marquee guy? You know? That's like the.
It doesn't feel like it.
It's like
it doesn't feel like
you
it
don't
still.
want a player that is like just gonna be okay, because like honestly, your system itself with Havertz playing up top is already not too bad.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
not
want to
too
make
bad.
things
better.
better,
Yeah.
which is only a small group of players can make
Yeah.
things really better without because you all need to compromise a bit of a system to accommodate a striker. Mah.
Yeah.
So you not got away.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Interesting. Very, very interesting shouts for Arsenal. So let's see whether they find a striker in January, B, find a winger to cover for Saka because he's out for 2 months, right? Yeah, so that's enough
But
about
do
us.
you think Arsenal, like realistically, will Arsenal make a signing this January transfer window?
Oh, I think definitely yes.
I think definitely
especially
yes.
with Saka's injury.
I agree.
Wingers.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a
Marcus Rashford 6-month loan.
no, stop. It will be like something like a Leandro Trossard kind of like 15 mil transfer on the cheap. Somebody that's experienced, somebody that already has proven that
Probably
he
in the Prem lah.
I don't know.
No,
I
might
think
not
I'll
be.
go for it this window.
January transfer window.
Like actually go for a proper player.
like to as a striker or
yeah,
like a
a striker.
Okay.
interesting.
Interesting. I thought you would have done it last season when.
We should have done it last
Higher
season.
chance to-
We should have done it
done
last season. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Indeed.
Yeah, so that's enough about Arsenal. The next club that definitely needs saving is Manchester City. They have issues at CDM and they have big issues at right back. So one of the transfers that was being circulated, right, is Joshua Kimmich from Bayern to Man City, reuniting with Pep Guardiola, his former Bayern boss. So Shibi, what do you think about that?
So like I think the rumor stems from the fact that Pep coached Kimmich before, and Kimmich is like the hybrid, right?
They
The
had a good
right back
relationship.
CDM
Yes.
hybrid, The Philip Lahm kind of vibe.
The Philip
Yeah.
Lahm mold,
Yeah.
yes.
But then I don't know, man. I don't see him being the answer to City's problems. I think like it's more. I think the whole system either needs a change because like it's been exposed, and like I think like their recent transfers have all been like poor but papered over by Rodri. I don't know if Kimmich himself will be the solution to that, because I don't think Kimmich plays like Rodri, and Kimmich definitely does not play like Kyle Walker at all.
Yeah.
So although he is on paper, you can say, oh, CDM right back hybrid, he's a pretty good player. Although like I think the last few seasons a bit shaky-ish compared to at his peak. So yeah, I think good shot, but I feel like it feels like a Gundogan kind of signing again. Like he'll be okay, but like
okay,
I don't think he will be the guy that pushes City on. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my thoughts on Joshua Kimmich coming to work with Guardiola again. But he's a great player, so I could be proven wrong very easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fifth, any thoughts on those takes?
I don't know. What if they buy a player to replace Rodri, like Zubimendi, for example? I'm not sure. I don't think there's a player that can actually replace
replace
Rodri.
Again, like when
like,
we
yeah.
talk about world class players, right, like Toni Kroos or like Rodri, like it's very difficult to find
Impossible to find a life for like replacement. Right?
Yeah, essentially.
I don't know. I mean, I know that Zubimendi's been linked with Liverpool. They tried to sign him in the summer.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. He chose to stay. They might try to sign him again this summer.
I don't think they need to. They have Gravenberch already.
To be fair, I think they still need a proper DM.
I think they can work together. Like
Yeah, it can be like
Gravenberch
a-
and
Yeah, but then you have to drop one of the midfielders, right?
Yeah, you can drop
Szoboszlai,
Szoboszlai.
like,
Just drop him. Just drop him. He's like a
Handsome merchant.
He's a TikTok handsome merchant. Just like half of Arsenal squad. Like, we're not gonna go into that. Okay, interesting. What about possible right back signings for City? Any thoughts?
They definitely need a right back, but then
Right.
Tariq Lamptey.
Why? Why Tariq Lamptey?
I don't think they go for Tariq Lamptey. I really don't like. It's not like a very City signing. You know?
I don't know. They took a few Chelsea rejects. Nathan Ake
Yeah, and look at how he's performed under, like, I feel like Nathan Ake
is like the problem.
is the what? Did you say he's the
The
problem?
problem.
No,
No,
no, no,
right,
no,
yeah,
no, no.
I feel like Nathan Ake is
like
good.
Nathan Ake always had that potential to take that step up. From Tariq Lamptey, after all of the injuries and whatnot, like I've not seen a level of performance that warrants him being taken that gamble on, to be fair.
Okay, what City are lacking right now is that wall in front of defense for like transitional threats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if they get somebody like from a mid-table team like Brighton, for example, like Baliba?
It's like that guy
That guy who
the
just
tactical foul man.
Yeah.
Master, what do you say?
No, yeah, tactical foul. Yeah, tactical foul.
yeah, someone like him.
Maybe.
Not really like world class proven yet, but like on the rise.
Somebody that can do a job,
Promising.
right?
Like for all we talk about Pep, right? He can actually like improve players. Like that's one of his things, right? He takes good players, but then he does improve most of his
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good shout.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So-
but I do think City will be. I would assume if Pep stays, right, he'll probably just try a new system. I have a feeling
Oh, is
if
it?
he stays. If not, he will leave at the end of the season.
Honestly, your takes have been a banger, so that might actually come true. So we'll have to revisit that
Yeah.
when the time comes.
Yeah, because like I really think City's problem now is like they just have been very poor with transfers, but they've just been good at developing current players. Like all their new-ish transfers, they don't really like make a big difference. Right? Jeremy Doku, etc. Supposed to be the guy that like
Savinho.
change
the guy.
things, right? Like, but in the end, they are still like, you know, they just
Okay.
right?
They have been
Yeah.
for the first half of the season at least.
Yeah, so I don't know if Kimmich can be. I wouldn't pick him lah. Out of all players, though. I wouldn't know who City would buy actually. Honestly, they probably can within their current pool of players. They can probably do something a bit different that will improve them.
Yeah, you're right. They probably need to change the system to cope with Rodri's loss.
Yeah, probably just lost.
they can't replace him.
Yeah, they
We
can't.
cannot.
we cannot replace. Okay, we should stop. Okay, that's
that's for
summary
City lah.
how we feel about City. We are gonna segue over to speak about Chelsea. Chelsea started the season well, and then they kind of had a few bad games.
It's like the normal distribution graph. They were then they had a damn good purple patch, and now they're again.
they're again. So we need to get them out of the and I think we spoke earlier. What do you feel is one of the things that Chelsea need to elevate them to the next level, to be maybe contenders next season?
I think better defense. I think we spoke about this in the first episode as well. Like Chelsea's attack looks pretty decent. Chelsea's midfield is okay. It's not too bad. But I think their defense has been their problem from the start. Like even when they were winning games, they always looked a bit vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true. They just always outscored their opponents.
They are always outscored,
Yeah.
or like honestly, some of the games really, but like by momentum, they just won it. But then like, honestly, the other team always had chances, right? So their weak spots are definitely the whole defense and their keeper. Like I don't see any good bright spots. Only our best defender is I think Marc Cucurella, which is insane to say considering last season he was the worst. Like he was. Sorry. But last season he was like the most maligned Chelsea player. Like everybody was like on Cucurella's like.
No,
case.
I don't think Cucurella is your best defender. I think Malo Gusto has probably been your best defender. I mean, but he doesn't do much defending. Like it's more of his work the opposite way.
Yeah.
I think Levi Colwill is.
Levi Colwill has been amazing. It's just that they haven't
He's
been
the better
like,
centre back.
they haven't
He is,
been like we haven't had like someone super duper like fit all the way or like great all the time.
You don't have a John Terry in the back line.
But you haven't replaced Thiago Silva.
We haven't. Yeah. As in, we don't need to replace Thiago Silva, but then I think every defender has just been like other than Levi Colwill, like average or like worse than average. You know, like
Okay.
yeah, or injured. Like
Yeah.
So like the thing is we need defenders. But I would say centre back and right back is okay lah.
Okay.
Yeah, but centre backs we definitely need. I mean, Badiashile doesn't inspire any confidence in me.
He doesn't.
He does not.
Disaster.
Badiashile, right, looks so awkward as a sportsman. Like he doesn't look like he has full control over
Yeah,
his limbs when he runs.
Colwill is good. Other than that, like everyone was like,
Chelsea could do with selling one or two centre backs, and how about if they get in somebody like Mark Guehi from
yeah,
Crystal
that'll be
Palace.
amazing.
I think
Honestly,
that's a banger of a signing. Like I think if they just do one,
they,
they probably won't do it in January. They can't.
yeah, but they need. So I think like I heard people say actually Chelsea is looking like Liverpool pre-Van Dijk. They just need that guy. Like I feel like they have some of the pieces, but I think they need the marquee.
So who is that Van Dijk though?
I can't tell you. Mark Guehi looks good. I think he will be
It's very
fantastic.
on brand for Chelsea though to buy back their academy.
Yeah,
player.
that's it. Like it works. If he works,
I
it
mean,
works.
It's for the brand, you know. Just get him back. And then don't blame.
We call Trevor Chalobah back from on loan from Crystal Palace. Just bring the whole club. Nathan Aki come back.
Might as well.
Yeah. Then beyond that, I think the other big hole is keeper lah. Bang average all the time.
Yeah.
We got the Arsenal syndrome before David, right?
David Raya.
Yeah. It's like everyone's like just alright.
Should have told us last season we give you Ramsdale.
Relax.
Yeah.
Tell Ramsdale to relax.
No. They're gonna wait for Ramsdale to get relegated with Southampton, and then they're gonna get Ramsdale.
Then after that, we're gonna play 5 games and then he's gonna be benched.
Yeah.
Really? And yeah, so yeah, I think you want to give your shout for the keeper for Chelsea.
Oh yeah. I read that Chow Min Kelleher, second choice at Liverpool, who became like a cult hero because he was a cup hero like last
True,
season or
true.
2 seasons ago for Liverpool, right? Yeah, I think he's a shout because he's 26. He fits the Chelsea kind of mold. He is very good with his feet, and he's possibly even better at saving penalties. So he's definitely an improvement on Robert Sanchez or Petrovic,
Yeah.
right?
So
at
that's
Chelsea.
the thing. I agree with you 1,000% that he's better than Robert Sanchez and Petrovic. But is he like that much better that like we should buy
That's what I was thinking,
Kelleher,
right?
right?
It's the
like
same thing as the
Arsenal striker.
thing. Yeah.
It's like what's the point?
He's good, but like it's around there.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
okay, decent.
I don't know. As it for Kelleher, I don't really know because like honestly, at times he has shown great potential, but then like we haven't seen the extended run of form that put him in the upper echelon of keepers.
Yeah.
Right? Because honestly, even Petrovic had like a 6-game run of form last season that made me think he's gonna be that guy, but he's not that guy.
You said he was the best keeper in the league.
Yeah, as in he's not gonna be that
That's
guy.
mental. That's mental. That
So-
was back when, yeah.
So it's like I think Chelsea cannot look for quantity or like just taking these kind of players that are like second choice at good teams, etc. It's like Chelsea's at that point where we are in and around top 4 to get to that level where we want to fight for the league.
You need that
We
quality.
need
right, to
quality
push you.
already. Like there's no point in us having a summer window like the last one. We already have the depth already.
Yeah.
Now we need the quality players. So we need to spend, I don't know, like we might not necessarily need to spend a lot of money, but we need to buy like fantastic players. We cannot just buy or okay or good players
I
already.
agree.
Yeah, we're at that point where Arsenal was also a few seasons back. It's like there's no point getting like good-ish players.
Yeah.
Right.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
So that's why when I saw that someone talk about how they were like Liverpool, I kind of see it. We just need that Alisson, that Van Dijk,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Okay. Interesting times for Chelsea. I think definitely.
Interesting is the word to put for
Yes.
Chelsea. We don't know because honestly Chelsea could just nosedive back and it would be on brand. But it could go up again because Chelsea has never been like Chelsea has always been either damn good or like imploding. But this is like Chelsea like exciting.
Yeah.
Which is like the only time there's like that Frank Lampard, the transfer ban kind of period.
Here we go.
No, just the
Right,
transfer ban
Lampard
period.
once again.
But
Every
after-
episode without him.
Relax.
Just like how I wear Arsenal jersey, he doesn't go episode without mentioning Frank Lampard.
Coventry City.
Thank you all for weighing in on the transfer rumors. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting time. This is where Fabrizio Romano is going to come
Here
out
we
and
go.
become the most followed Instagram account again, or Twitter account.
Oh, but now got the Fabrizio Romano clones, right? The small boy.
The There We Land.
There we
guy.
land.
Yeah,
Honestly, how does that guy get his news? But that's another mystery for another episode. Yeah, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully you guys join us for this ride. It's going to be very, very interesting. We will conclude our transfer segment here, and we will go into some closing remarks.
Ooh, exciting.
And we are back for our closing remarks. I've told these guys that I've got like a surprise question for them.
Now I'm stressed.
Right.
Yeah.
So in honor of like the transfer window episode, right? If you had to predict one transfer that's gonna happen this window, right? And all of the money in your bank account was at stake. So you have to say like this transfer
Oh,
is
damn, that's a good question.
definitely going, like you have to put all of your money, like it will happen. It will happen this January window. Which is that player and which club is he going to? Yeah. So you can kind of let your creative juices
It
think
has to
like
be this transfer window, right?
yeah, like January. It's
Cannot
not
be a
like
pre-contract signing to
No, like,
summer.
Because you all know who they are.
that'd be too easy. Yeah. So I'm gonna buy you guys some time. Have a think about it. This is all of the money that you have in your life at stake.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stop.
You can try and think of like a club that needs a player, and then what's their most linked player, right? Yes, because actually, to be fair, like I kind of haven't thought of mine also, but I'm gonna take the lead on this one. I think that quite a few clubs are in really really desperate need. I don't think Manchester United sign anyone. Or actually, no, I do think Manchester United will sign somebody, but I don't think it'll make a difference. So I'm not going to talk about them anyways.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be very safe for me to go for a club like Man City. I feel like Man City definitely have to sign someone.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying
Who
to...
though?
Who do like January
like-
transfer is like you don't know who
January
will
is
be
the
so
hardest.
You,
is the
you can
hardest, yeah.
even you can actually mention any of the guys that we talked about. Like if you want to say like Marcus Rashford to
Saudi.
a Saudi club, right? Guarantee happens in January. You can say that as
That's
your
the
shout.
thing. But I will lose all my money because I'm sure that's gonna happen in the summer instead.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen, but like at the wrong window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So you
no,
have
no,
to.
I have to think about
Yeah.
who needs a player right now, right?
Who needs a player? Which player is willing to move? Which club is willing to let go in January?
That's true.
It's not very obvious this transfer window, I feel. Most of it is like for the summer, and like most players that are linked out, they're linked to several different clubs.
Yeah. That's what
Not
makes this a
just-
good question though.
Yeah.
That's a banger of a question.
Thank you, bro.
But on the spot.
Yeah, on the spot. Like I mean, I'm struggling on the spot right now, also actually.
You know what? I'm gonna have faith in Arsenal buying a striker this transfer window.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Isak.
Damn.
I just have a feeling
Are you serious?
he'll come.
Are you serious?
I mean,
You think that Newcastle are going to sell to Arsenal?
they won't sell for
in-
cheap, but I think we'll splash out the money, especially since he can cover left wing also.
How much do you think How much do you think is gonna?
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah.
be close to 100 mil.
Yeah, I
probably.
think that'll be 80, 90 mil.
80 probably.
Oh man.
I think Isak goes to Arsenal in the summer for 70 mil.
Possible.
Yeah, but if he comes in January, I think he comes for a lot more.
But based on the press conferences that Arteta has hosted so far, he's explicitly stated, like he's hinted lah at a couple of times at Arsenal.
hinted
about
like
that.
Arsene
that
Wenger
they-
with the smile before Ozil.
no, like that they need that reinforcement lah, basically. And I think they'll splash out this window. Especially since we've come so close last season to winning
And the season before.
and the season before.
That's why
And,
I felt that would
we
be.
need it.
I think that would be a great shout last season, but this season,
Yeah.
Okay, no, but we respect the shout because
Respect
at
the
least
shout.
it's a shout.
yeah.
We'll see.
Interesting.
I don't know which striker, but
I think Newcastle might actually make a signing that'll be big in the January transfer window. Because I think they have a good shout to be in top 4 again. Because of just how chaotic everything is. And they are actually on the up,
Yeah,
like within the last few games.
yeah.
So I'm thinking they might want to bolster their attacking options with Jared Bowen from West Ham maybe.
Oh
Jared
my
Bowen.
god.
oh,
It just feels like a Newcastle
Yo.
signing.
hey, you might be right though.
Okay.
That's a good
Because
shot.
I think there has been rumors over the summer, right? So I think they'll just splash the cash. The only thing is that recently Newcastle hasn't been splashing the cash as much. So that's the only thing that stops me from making this like a
100%,
prediction
yeah.
like during the episode. But,
But
like,
you
put a
feel
gun to my
very
head,
yeah.
I would think that would be a good signing.
Yeah, especially since West Ham aren't doing too well. So.
West Ham are in the mud, like
But Jared Bowen is doing well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it feels like he's ready to take that next step. I think like it's a perfect like
It is always perfect.
step. Right? That's the only thing.
Great shot.
Thanks for reminding me about Newcastle. If not, I would be absolutely stumped for the question.
that's a great shot. Jared Bowen, West Ham to Newcastle. How much do you think he goes for in January?
50 mil.
That's overpaying for Jared
Overpaying,
Bowen. I'm sorry.
I think
yeah.
30 mil will be perfect.
But January transfer window.
But
Yeah,
I
but
think it's
January,
that January, and I think West Ham. But the thing is, West Ham is not really like. I don't think they are in danger of relegation, so I think they'll be okay to sell if it's a good price.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's me, right? I'm the one that posted
Yeah,
it.
he posted it.
I'm the last guy, right? In my mind, there's two. In my mind, there's two, right?
Yeah.
I feel like one definitely happens over the summer. So oh my god.
You can say both out.
Okay. So the one that in my mind I'm gonna go, like the one that I didn't want to go with, right, is Matheus Cunha to like a bigger club. Yeah, I think Cunha definitely goes to a bigger club. Like he's performed way too good. Like if you see, like the eye test, right, like what he does in games, how he
ball carrying or
ball carrying, finishing,
Yeah,
composure, like it's all there. Like he has all of the ingredients. So I think he definitely.
Do you think he goes to City?
No.
Not
Like
City.
like a player like Matheus Cunha could be a big club's number one guy, not like second fiddle to Haaland. Yeah. So I think that one happens in the summer. So what I think happens this window, right? I think Marcus Rashford leaves.
yeah, but to who? You gotta choose a club, buddy.
Al Hilal. What's Ronaldo's club again?
Al Nassr.
God.
Hey, you chose this question, man.
He replaces Jared Bowen at West Ham.
No. I think Marcus Rashford leaves to Saudi.
Saudi, I mean,
I think Marcus Rashford leaves to Saudi. I don't see any of the other possible landing spots being like realistic. So I think Marcus Rashford leaves in January.
Actually, I don't think he'll go Saudi.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because if he goes to
Really don't
Saudi,
think
right,
so.
that's his England chances.
Yeah,
Like
and he's the guy that he loves to play for England. Right. I think he could go to a mid-table team.
Possible.
Yeah, he just feels like I don't know, like
To revitalize his career.
Yeah,
kind of
at
thing, right?
Crystal Palace or something like that. Like. Maybe Eberiche Eze to United.
Well, now you gotta choose a Saudi club.
let's go, Jay. Let's
go.
go like anyone of the random like Al Etif.
Fuck. With
Who needs it?
Steven Gerrard.
Stevie G.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go Al Etifak. Yeah, I think it might be Al Etifak.
My man, anyhow, he playing the randomizer in his head for the Saudi clubs.
if there's a gun to my
Yeah, you
I'm a
losing all
god.
your money, bro.
Bro, I think you
I'm a
gotta give up. You
god.
gotta give up all your money.
Don't worry, there's not a lot. Wait, what?
Sekali he really goes,
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a banger. Okay, but I mean, like, not that I'm hoping for Marcus Rashford to leave, but yeah. So you've heard our shouts. Some pretty interesting ones. Some probably more likely than others. So gun to our head.
I think gun to our head, the three of us are gone. This episode already.
This is the end of the
This is the end of the podcast for good.
But yeah, just to recap, so I'm saying that Marcus Rashford is going to Al Ettifaq. You are saying Jared Bowen moves to Newcastle, and you are saying Isak to Arsenal. Wow.
He said Jared Bowen in Newcastle, right?
Right, Jared Bowen to Newcastle.
It's just nice. Both will happen to replace. Let's say Marcus Rashford to West Ham, then it's the train.
No,
All
Marcus
will
Rashford is
happen.
too expensive.
Yeah,
He's on 300k per
he
week.
needs to
That's
take a
why
pay
I
cut.
think Saudi.
Yeah.
That's why I think Saudi, because
I
he
get
doesn't
it,
have to
yeah.
take a pay cut in Saudi.
That's true.
He just has to, and I think he probably he'll become like the second best player in the league probably, like, because the standard there is not really very high lah, you know.
True.
So, but yeah, what an interesting speculative episode.
We start with Marcus Rashford slander.
We
end
end
with
with Marcus
Marcus
Rashford.
Rashford.
That is the only way. Like it's full circle.
Yeah.
Right. So with that being said, thank you for joining us on this episode. We are If We Speak Pod on all of our socials, Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. This is gonna be an exciting time midway through the season. Lots of things to develop, and we are looking forward to a great second half.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.